So I've been grappling with this idea of what an expert is for quite some time now. And especially these days, since we're so confronted with this, or these, and those, and otherwise experts who we are to trust because they know, right? After all, they are the experts. Now, if you ask any old average person what an expert is, we know what that is, right? We'll tell you. Someone who has experience in a particular field and thus is considered knowledgeable in that field. And that's fair enough. That's one of the meanings. But as I study this concept deeper, it turns out it has a double meaning. I'm telling you, man, these cunts talk to us with forked tongues. Anyway, according to the etymology dictionary, expert, which is an adjective, in late 14th century it meant, quote, having had experience, skillful, unquote. From Old French expert, espet, meant, quote, experienced, practiced, skilled, unquote. And directly from Latin, expertus, contracted from experitus, meant, quote, tried, proved, known by experience, unquote. So, according to this first definition, when you break the word down to ex, that part is supposed to mean out of, and peritus is supposed to mean experienced, tested. Yeah? From Proto-Indo-European, I think that is. Per meant to try or risk. Yeah? Blah, blah, blah. Continuing, early 15th century, it also meant, quote, person wise through experience, unquote. The word, this is the interesting part, reappeared in 1825 in the legal sense, right? There's the language we talk, we speak, and then there's legalese, right? Quote, person who, by virtue of special acquired knowledge or experience on a subject, presumably not within the knowledge of men generally, some kind of special knowledge, right? Not common knowledge, may testify in a court of justice to matters of opinion thereon, as distinguished from ordinary witnesses who can in general testify only to facts, unquote. Okay? So, whose testimony, let's say, would be considered a higher level of evidence, right? The person who's just given their opinion because they have experience, they've been in the field for a while, right? Or the person who knows the facts, right? So the person who saw, right, the thing in question, a witness, let's say, their testimony trumps an expert's testimony, right? According to the court of law. I mean, do you think opinion trumps fact? Of course it doesn't. So, this is the double meaning of expert. Ex is the word forming element in English, meaning usually out of, from, but also upwards, completely, deprive of, without. Yeah? For example, to excommunicate someone is to deprive someone of communication, right? To leave them without communication, to kick them out, right? We don't talk to that one no more, right? Excommunicate. So ex has, a double meaning. It means from, maybe, or without. Seemingly contradictory, right? Opposite. Forked tongue. Mas. So, expert, right? In the court of law, it would seem, right, when we get down to the nitty gritty and we want to talk about truth, right? In any conversation concerned with what is real, what is true, what the facts are, right? An expert could mean someone who has no knowledge, has not, is without having tested, right? Someone who hasn't tried this particular thing, whatever the hell we're talking about, right? Someone who has no experience when it comes to the matter at hand, the specific matter at hand that we're talking about, right? So expert means you have experience in a particular field, while at the same time, it means that you don't know dick about the particular case in question, right? That's why at the end of the day, it's just your opinion, right? What else did I want to say here? So, for example, you have these experts, right? Doctors who are experienced with sick people and vaccines and blah, 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 right? They have experience in the field. They're the experts. And they say one thing, and then a layperson like myself who actually looks at the science, right? Uses logic and reason and applies it to the science, right? You can't get past me this idea that you isolated something by adding shit to it. That doesn't make any fucking sense, right? So if you go to court of law and you present that, right? You, the one presenting facts, having seen the facts, having the facts in your hand, right? Presenting them in the court of law. What you say will obviously trump expert opinion, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has the truth on your side, and the expert only has their expert opinion, right? Right. So this whole idea that we should trust the experts and not our own eyes, brains, our intellect, right? Our ears, our noses, things that we could see, smell, feel, experience, right? This whole idea that we should trust the experts when it comes to most anything, right? If we dig deep enough or take the time to look for the truth and find the facts, which themselves a lot of the times will contradict the experts, right? This whole idea that we should trust the experts because somebody said so is completely and utterly ridiculous. Because again, if you have the facts on your side, if you have the truth on your side, who gives a fuck what the person that doesn't have the facts on their side, right? Who hasn't taken the time to test, to try to look into the particular case, whatever the phenomenon is we're discussing, right? Who gives a fuck what they have to say, right? Just because they're experts? Okay. So this is how, my dear sheeple out there, you know, you don't have to be a scientist, right? You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to dress a particular way, wear you know, a particular uniform, know these various terminologies and you know, have a stick up your ass and act like your shit don't stink. You don't have to be that, right? To have your word trump what these motherfuckers I just described are saying, right? All you need at the end of the day is facts, evidence, and truth. And that will trump any fucking expert, right? Right. Thanks for watching.